Okay, hello everyone, Randall Thompson here. Today we're going to be playing on, that's my Seth, whatever his name is, imitation. Okay, I'll stop the dad jokes or whatever. Yeah, I keep this because I have a lantern with disruption and I'm probably going to be able to dig for whatever I need. And if I have to, I can engineer explosives. So yeah. I had considered doing the turn 1 Inquisition, but I wanted to try to make sure I landed the turn 3 bridge if I could. So, and I figured there's not a whole lot of decks out there that their turn 1 play just completely shuts me off. So, yeah, after I saw what they had on top, I was like, oh, okay. It was a Thought Knot, if I remember correctly. I was like, yeah, they might chalice for 0, and then I don't get my opal out. Hey, Stinker. Inquisition, grab the chalice. So, not the dismember. There was a chance that they could try to do dismember on their own Thought Knot, and I did have an answer for chalice. But here I was thinking, you know what, it would be kind of cool if I could, like, chalice for 4 and kill both Thought Knots if I needed to. But, whatever. I was well aware of their mana here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have an Ulamog on top that I'm not going to be able to stop them from drawing. So that means I need to stop them from getting another 10 mana. What are you doing? Stop, baby. Okay, so they have no turn 2 play now because I took away the chalice. And yeah, turn 3 bridge. Opponent is going to be able to Thought Knot one of these out of my hand. It's probably correct to go ahead and just play chalice here for 0. But yeah, they grab my stirrings, which is smart because then I don't get my shredder or whatever immediately. But I have a stirrings on top, so that's good. So I'll go ahead and sack my bauble. I still have metalcraft, good to go. Stirrings, go for the mill rock. Yeah, and looking at my opponent's stuff, I still have their hand open in a little window. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 right there. So that's 3 more mana that they gotta get. I was like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and now they get that explosive. So yeah, I should have played the explosives on 0, really. I named the map because that way they can't get that mana. Map would be another mana. But no. Yeah, I milled, and there was another tower on top, so I milled again. I figured worst case scenario, I'll make them shuffle. And so they draw a dead Basilisk color. They needed 3 lands in a row there. And I figured it was not likely. Yep. And mill them again. So the lock's pretty well set when it concedes. Game 2. I keep it because I'm able to use Shredder and Bobble if I need to control my draws. And I have Answer for Chalice, and I got Dig for Bridge. So opponent blind names. Now they meant to name Shredder, but they accidentally put Lantern on there. And I was gonna let them just like keep it Lantern because I don't want to sack Lantern anyways most times. And I'm happy I didn't play Shredder there. See, the reason I played Pixis is so that if they did have a Chalice, I'd be able to get whatever I wanted into play under Chalice. So, you know, like, oh yeah, I meant to name Shredder. So if I'd named Shredder, if I'd played Shredder there, I would have been kind of like, what the crap, dude? Yeah, so map, I know they're trying to hit Tron. So, target myself there. And I wanted to draw the opal. So, because I planned it out where I would play Shredder and then I would decay this to keep them off of Tron. And then turn after that, unless they had, I didn't think that they had a Eldrazi Temple in hand, or else I figured they would have played that, like turn 1 or 2. So I figure next turn I can Stirrings for what I need. So decay on that to stop Tron. Yep. And go ahead and start doing that. So it's a whole bunch of dead stuff here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there was a Whir, an Ancient Stirrings, a Shredder, and a Glimmervoid. So Lantern's not bad. It's not a bad pull off of that. But I really need to get a Needle. Because I was afraid of that Ratchet Bomb. Because next turn they could just wipe my board. So... and I probably should have saved that until after I did the Stirrings to make sure I had something to stop. Well, I mean, I guess Opal would have lived, but whatever. So I play this, ask for responses. They're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, wait. Ratchet Bomb, which is fine. So name Ratchet Bomb, and now keeping this. They will not have Tron off of that. And so now at this point I know that they don't have Eldrazi Temple. So they pass turn, so that lets me know they have they don't everything they have costs is either more land or it costs 5 or more. So I'm thinking Karn, and there's a Reality Smasher as well. I know they don't have a Thought Knot, so I go ahead and pass the turn with the Stirrings in hand. And I figure I can take the 5 damage, it's fine. Yeah, I go ahead and pass it because, again, I know they don't have Thought Knot. Yep. Go ahead and draw Bridge so I don't have to use my Whir immediately. And this was a dead one. It was Spire, Glimmervoid, Bauble. Bauble? Yeah. So that was miserable. So I grabbed the Bauble so I can draw an extra card. Yep, they deal a point of damage to me. And so I have to worry about this guy now. So here, I have Needle on top. There's 2 things. I only have 3 Needles in the deck post board. So, I know that their last card probably is a Karn, I'm thinking. Because they didn't play any other turn. They didn't, they played the Reality Smasher immediately, and I figured chances are they didn't have 2 Reality Smashers. They're playing off the top basically every turn. So I'm figuring that their hand is either a Karn or an Ulamog. Probably a Karn, or else they wouldn't have kept. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll draw this and use my Bauble. But I also have to worry about this guy and this guy. So I'm thinking what I should have done, I think, is Needle this guy and Whir for another Needle Karn. But I was like, I can probably keep him off of the 7th mana. I don't want to draw this Opal, so I'm going to shuffle myself up by Whirring right now. Also, I kind of trick out my opponent here with X equals 3 on the Whir, so that my opponent, because what I end up doing here is Whirring for a Needle to name Walking Ballista, but I do X equals 3 to kind of trip him up on that. And that way they don't use Ballista in response. And they can't use Ballista in response to the Needle because Whir puts it directly into play. So, and they're like, wait, I want to respond. Like, you can't. It puts it directly into play. So go for the other Needle, naming that, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I really got to just worry about keeping them off of their 7th mana. But since I have another Whir in hand, I'm figuring it. Well, actually, they're going to Thought Knot this Whir. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, after I see the Thoughtseize on top, I'm like, yeah, I got this. So draw the Thoughtseize, there goes Karn, and that's going to be it. And I got a stirrings on top to dig for another mill rock. Now what's funny is after this stirrings is this. So if I would have named Karn, I would have taken like 2 extra damage, maybe, putting me at 3, maybe. And then I could just draw this and kill that, and still have, and not even have to worry about that Thoughtseize. But yeah. Let's see.